Why do high-risk sex offenders get released? Hello, I'm Nicoll of Nicoll Investigations, and this is an Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast, Special Edition. Joseph Fredericks had been out of the joint just 2 months, unreformed, unrepentant, his twisted perversions unquenched. Fredericks had a sexual penchant for children. He'd been sprung after serving 2/3 of a 5-year sentence for sexually assaulting a 10-year-old boy. There were scores of other victims along the way. On July 18th, 1988, the evil pedophile, never deemed a dangerous offender, stalked 11-year-old Christopher Stevenson through Shoppers World in Brampton, and then using a knife, he pounced. Christopher's body was found the next day, Father's Day, in a Brampton field. Today, cops will often make a public announcement to let the public know there's a violent sexual offender in their midst. This seems like it's the only thing they can do given the amount of obstacles they face in courtrooms, at the Supreme Court, and in Ottawa's corridors of power. Now it's another pedophile whose name is being emblazoned in newspaper headlines and newscasts. His name is Joseph Faulkner. He's 31 years old and shares Fredericks' sexual bent. Peel Regional Police put out a warning that Faulkner is a high-risk sex offender, and he's back on the streets of Brampton and Mississauga. Faulkner, cops say, poses a danger to children. We've been down this road before with Faulkner, who went down on sex charges and breaching his conditions. He's now bound by 2 probation orders. As most of us know, probation orders aren't worth the paper they're written on. These orders are generally devoid of consequences. Per usual of the police blotter tells us this. Faulkner's conditions dictate he can't be around any children under 16 unless accompanied by an adult approved by his parole supervisor. He is at an elevated risk of offending, unquote, cops stated. In 2023, Peel Police put out a similar warning. He just finished another stretch for sex crimes. About 11 minutes after he was released, he was back in custody for theft and breaching his conditions. Now Faulkner is back in the saddle. Even though cops issued the warning, to remind us that we should all remember that his, quote, his rights are guaranteed under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms Act, unquote. The April 2023 warning was nearly identical. At least we got one. RCMP in Kelowna, BC wanted to put out an alert on serial sex offender Taylor Dueck. But soft on crime bureaucrats torpedoed cops' pleas, even though warnings about him have been issued in the past. Dueck then allegedly went on to sexually assault an 11-year-old girl at a Kelowna equestrian facility. The case remains before the court. Apparently no one knows how this happened. With Fredericks, there were 8 children who were victimized by the Smith Falls-born pedo. And yet his trial for first-degree murder, his parole officers admitted they had lost track of him. In addition, they weren't up to speed in his rather breathtaking aplomb for sexually assaulting children, nor were they in the loop on his mental illness. Fredericks was convicted of first-degree murder in 1989. One head shrinker told an inquest into Christopher's murder that Fredericks would rape the family dog if a boy wasn't available. While the system completely dropped the ball in the matter of Fredericks, the jailhouse code filled the void. On January 3rd, 1992, the notorious pedophile was stabbed to death with a pair of shears at the Old Kingston Penitentiary. No one claimed the body. Welcome to Canada's useless justice system once again. Thank you for listening. This has been an Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast, Special Edition, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.